What's up guys, Parts Plumbing? Right, got another failure of a week again. Customers not letting me film, etc. So, we're doing a bit of a Q&A today. So I asked a question last night on YouTube community and on Instagram this morning, so we'll film some stuff and see what questions we get. I won't look till later. I'll go out to the van and that and we'll have a look. A life update. So this is our kitchen. It's like a bit of a galley thing. It's not great. So in a couple of weeks' time, we all go around here because we'll be having an extension, which is going to be. So this is like the back door. That's the deck. So it'll be knocking through the dining room, and it comes out. So like almost to the end of the sort of Indian stone bit, and yeah, it's going to open it all out. So we'll have a kitchen sort of diner. So that'll be keeping me busy. So I'll sort of like film that content, I guess. Isn't that right? Cheesehead. Wait. So, if you're ready, grab your coffee, smash the thumbs up, and let's get into the questions. Been sent this by the good folks at Milwaukee. It's a work surface that fits on top of your pack-out gear. So I'm thinking it's a customisable wooden top. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a vise. I never had a vise, but the times I've needed them, you know, when you just like running out floor with like about 5 pair of grips, and you're just thinking, "Fucking hell, I just need a vise." Might get a vise, mount it on here, then keep it in van, and then if every time that I need one, I can come out, clip it to one of my boxes or whatever. So that's a work in progress. That one. Right, let's get into the questions, shall we? So these are the questions from YouTube last night. Was that level 3 gas apprentice pisshead? Good man. Right, Aussie's Plumbing. It says stocks and parts organising. I'm struggling for that in my van. So how do I organise parts? So I've got a few things. I've got this one here, which is all Aga. So that's like thermocouples, gas valves, gas cocks. Covers, things like that. So that comes with me on Aga jobs. 4 pack out boxes. So that is what's in there: controls and clean plate heat exchangers, plumbing bits, siphons, inlet valves, etc. That one's boiler bits, so that's all like common spares that I use. And then that's Aga. Them 2 boxes there, miscellaneous stuff, including the blow lamp, which I actually had out the other day. This side, so side pull-out drawer. Got these Fat Max boxes in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them fit in. So they're all labelled. That's 22mm press fittings. A repairs box, so this one gets hammered a lot. So in here you've got like general things like washers, lever valves, boiler fix, all the good stuff that you use to do repairs, which is my day to day. So I hope that answers your question, Ozzy. Okay, Daniel Warren says van and toolbox tour. I've done van tour. Got a couple of videos on that if you want to go back and have a look. I've got a new breakdown tool set up though, and I'll show you that. So in fact, let's get into that. So this is the breakdown box. It's a pack, I call it ammo can. I'll show you how I set that up. I'll take it to the garage because it's a bit windy out here. So I went back to a box after years and years and years of using Vitos, things like that, and Velocity, just because I can fit more in it. You know, it's compact enough to carry around. I can send it up a loft hatch. You know, it's rock solid. It clips to all my pack out stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'll show you what I did with it. So inside, put dividers in on these. So on this side here I've got drain downy bits, so that's me Nerad Versa funnel, some gas leak detector. In here bigger bits like T-bar attachments, things like that I use all the time. Bit of lube, everybody loves lube. Parks brand. In the merch store now, swipe up.
Quadables. Collect the whole set.
bigger screwdrivers, nut spinners, 10 and 8 mils. Big uni light. Working in a dark day, I can hang it from top. It's a bit bright, like, but did that like in a loft or something, I can see what I'm doing there. So keep the uni light tucked away in there. In here, my wee socket set. Bit of a, call it maintenance spray, but it's like WD-40. Some miscellaneous bits in the bottom for agas. What's this? Some Rucol. And then all my hand tools now I keep in this Carhartt tool roll. So I'll show you it rolled out. So yeah, there you go. So I can lay this down on a customer's worktop. It's not scratching them. It's not, you know, splatting them about. You know, I've just got the usual suspects in here. I've gone through this hundreds of times, but as you can see, like big pair of grips, voltage tester, screwdrivers, wire strippers, etc. like that. It does have a couple of pockets on the end you can store bits in, which is super handy. Lighter, things like that. But yeah, so that's my new tool setup in a bit of a nutshell. I just find like I just can't stand. I'm a typical bloke. I hate going back to the van. Going back to the van is the worst. So if I just keep as much things in there as I can, then Tom's a happy bunny. Pelly case. So this is like the sort of like instruments side. So this is a Pelly Storm case. I've had it for many years. It's bloody immense. Such good quality. Just keeps things dry, warm. You know, I can stand on it because I'm a short ass. So I forgot a cane analyzer. Shitty multimeter because you don't need fluke ones. That is my digital U gauge. That's a Testo 510. Brilliant bit of kit. Rigid gas sniffer. So in this section, we've got temperature clamps, charger, a couple of hoses, spare batteries, proving unit, technical bulletin 118. So get yourself one of these. You're going to need it for your next gas inspection. Is going to be looking for this, so just grab one. And then on this side, just the tube for the analyzer. All sits down, clips solid, and you carry into the job. Great bit of kit. Just keeps it separate. I could fit it all in there if I wanted to, but I've always carried two things into the job. So one toolbox, one analyzer box. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me just answering some questions for you guys today, because as I said at the beginning, I couldn't film anything. Customers were a bit sort of either chatty or a bit sort of awkward, so yeah, thought I'd have a chat with you this week. So back to the Instagram questions. There's a few. When's the last time you soldered a pipe? You know what? A couple of months ago actually, because it were a gas pipe under a floor, so like in a channel that was moving across the floor, so it was going to be sort of screened over. So I did solder that one, and as you can imagine, you're a right mess. Best thing about plumbing? Money. It's got to be money on it. Robinson Dillons says, how did you get so good on boilers, and what inspired you to be a gas engineer? How did I get so good? I'm always learning every day. So I won't ever admit that I'm sort of like 100% there, but you know, I've been doing it a long time, so I know what I'm doing. Just courses, just going on manufacturers' courses, taking time out of your own day, and going on these courses unpaid, constantly learning. You've got to be constantly learning, otherwise you get left behind in this game. So my number one tip is going on them courses. Nature Win says, how do you keep motivated doing the same or similar jobs every single day? Again, just the ease of it. You know, I'd rather do little jobs like that all day long, rather than smashing about, sort of like doing installs, going under floors, things like that. So that's the motivation on them, is just to keep doing smaller jobs and not killing myself, having a long career, not like some plumbers that you see, they've got like knackered knees, knackered backs by sort of like mid-40s. So yeah, just keep doing these little jobs, they pay well. Ali Arif says top 5 consumables for breakdowns. Let's go to the van and have a look. Right, top 5. Always going to be a Worcester left-hand block. Always, all day, every day. It must do 2 a week. So I always have a left-hand block on. A standard diverter motor. A must on the van. Get one of them. These are all at top, so you can tell I use these a lot. Ideal Logic spark generator. Again, super popular. Always got one on. What else you got in here? Various seals, so G10. One for a Viessmann, Ideal Logic, they're always good. Another one as well, top tip, electrode seals. So if you take electrodes out, generally, a lot of time they do leak POC. So make sure you've got an array in the van of electrode gaskets. What else in here? Floor turbine adapter for a Worcester. I did one this morning, Sunday morning. Yeah, common as well. Always using them, always using them. Needs organising this one. Oh, that's a set of the electrodes for a Duotech. You've seen them yourself. They'd always go like bloody curly, like Ken Dodd's teeth. So get yourself a pair of them, or a set of them, sorry. CDI electrodes, replace the ones with the glass screen. Make sure you get a pair of them. These are all just super common. These ones, like, every time I use them, every time I use one, I'll just replace it. So I'll take one and then I'll go back to see Tim next day and I'll get another one and put that in. So that's a good tip. Always circulate your stock, so if you use something, always buy it back the next day. Low water pressure sensor, it goes on and on and on. But yeah, if you can get them bits for a start, that'll help you get started on your breakdown career. Alan's the man. Worst customer and why? I can tell you the worst kind of customer. I don't know if you can see me because I'm light. Can you? The worst type of customers is the ones that I had recently, where they pay you a little bit less than what you asked for, and think it's okay and think they can get away with it. So always keep your eye on your money. That's number 1. Back to the YouTube comments. Trashman says, run us through the drum kit. I don't think neighbours will appreciate that. I can show you what I've got though if you like. Reese Ferguson. Favourite hand tool other than spanners and grips? That's a good question, man, actually. Let's have a look. Favourite hand tool other than spanners and grips? I do use the, as you can see, because they're filthy, the Knipex, as they say in America. See a Mechanical Hub on Instagram, so like, check out Knipex. Pliers wrench, they need some spray. These are a bit dirty. I use these more than spanners. You know, these are brilliant. You get more leverage on them. You can't get them in everywhere, not you can any tool, but yeah, if you can get yourself a set of these,